Njoku, the tight end, not to mention the defense getting better. They drafted Myles Garrett. So I think it was a good move. I do. Antonio Wilborn says, that was a good fight. Wilder was getting worked. Laugh out loud. So it's good to see him pull it out. Wilder says he's ready for Joshua now, though. Mandelion says, going to the Packers. Yep, Kaiser. Browns will still only win 2 games, says Courtney Harden. I think, this is my prediction. I think the Browns are going to go 8-8 this year, or this next season. I think that is a huge stride for them because they have not won games for a very long time. So, but I could see them going 8-8, which is progressing in the right direction. I like the coach and Hugh Jackson. I think the front office is ready to make moves and they're tired of sucking. So more power to them and that whole organization for trying to better that team. Big L says Tyrod Taylor will be a respectable player for the Browns. Browns need a lot of peace still. Antonio Wilborn says 8-8. What? 8-8 for the Browns would be amazing. Courtney Arden says they will find a way to mess it up. Just a bad organization. I don't know. I'm trying to look on the bright side. Somebody come and look on the bright side with me for these Browns. All these moves that they made. I think they're going to go 8-8. I think they're going to go 8-8. We will see. We will see. We got a long off season. We still got the draft. So we'll see what happens. There's a story coming out. I think it's already out with Steve Francis in the Players Tribune talking about his surprise to making it to the NBA. A very, very good story. I suggest everybody go read it. I think it's on ESPN. But the story says, or he says, that a few short years before being drafted, he was selling crack on the street corner. He also said he never did crack. He did have an alcohol problem, which derailed his career. But Steve Francis, Stevie Franchise, that's what his nickname was. He was supposed to be it coming from Maryland. And he was. He was for some years. But after a while, he just wasn't able to keep it. Like you said, I think he's correct. I don't think he's lying, but definitely alcohol affected the rest of his career. But I definitely wish him the best. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing right now, but I do think it's a great story. I'm sure a lot of people wondering what happened to Steve Francis. What is he doing now? He's 41 years old. Last time he played was for the Beijing Ducks. He was a first round pick. He was a second pick in the first round in 1999. So shout out to Steve Francis. Just being open and talking about what happened. And Courtney Arden says, great story by Francis. Stevie Franchise has some decent years, talented player. Marco Bella says, Mandelion, at least your Browns made some moves on yesterday. Made some moves in the right direction. Yes, they did. Seems like the Dolphins making some moves in the wrong direction, trading Jarvis Landry, which seems like they didn't want to pay him a long-term deal. They just gave him the franchise tag. So I don't get why you trade him after saying you're going to pay him the franchise tag money. So Ryan Tannehill coming back next year. We'll see what that means for the Dolphins. Courtney Arden, love seeing him and Katino Mobley play. Yes. That was some good days right there. That was some really good days. Also, LeBron saying, hopefully this is a quote from him. Seems like some of these quotes aren't from him. But he said too much work, in quotes, to consider going to LA. People are making billboards for LeBron. So are we going to have the decision part 2? I don't think we should. He should just stay in Cleveland. Stay there. People want to come there to play with you. People don't come to Cleveland for the scenery. They're coming there to play with you. So stay there. If I was anybody in LeBron's camp, I would tell him to stay in Cleveland. You can have anybody you want come there and play with you. You don't need to go to Philly, where the process is getting better, but there's a lot of young talent that's unproven. You don't need to go to the Lakers. A lot of young talent that's still unproven. The only potential place I think he may go is to Houston, because they got Harden, who's established. They got CP3. And add him to the mix. I'm sure D-Wade will go wherever LeBron is. And then that gives you the banana boat team. But I just don't think he should leave Cleveland. That's my thoughts and opinions. I don't think he should leave. Big O says LBJ is out of Cleveland after this season. Facts. Courtney Garden, LeBron better not do decision number 2. Now, granted, this did raise a lot of money for the Boys and Girls Club, so it was a positive to it. But there was a lot of drama. It was basically like The Bachelor, except with LeBron. And he was picking a team instead of picking a girl or a female or a male on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Mocha Bella says, look what the Dolphins did. They traded Ajay and Landry and got Jay Cutler last season. The Dolphins always made bad decisions as far as players. And there's word that Ndamukong Suh, they're talking about releasing or trading him or something. I don't know. Courtney Arn said, I don't see the Lakers either unless Paul George rolls with him. Even that, though, that's to me, that's still not enough. You're leaving a team better than the Lakers to go there with Paul George and Lonzo Ball and all the rest of those cats. That's not enough. Staying in Cleveland, you will be fine. I promise you. I promise you will be fine. You will still eat. Clutch Talk Sports, my man Kevin says, by the way, Tiger Woods out here killing it today. Only 2 shots out of the lead. I'm rooting for Tiger. I definitely am. Hopefully he gets this win. He can get this monkey off his back. It has been a struggle for him, and I don't like seeing that for anybody. So hopefully he can get back into the win column. The SEC tournament game from last night, Arkansas upsets Florida 80-72. Also, like I already mentioned, North Carolina gets the win over Duke. I'm going to have to text Vince, sports governor, just to let him know that they lost. I don't know if he's aware, so I'm just going to send him a quick text. But they play Virginia tonight. These tournaments have been beast. These tournaments have been fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. Most of the time I don't pay that much attention to the conference championships, but these tournaments have been very, very fun to watch. Mocha Bella says, we still got Tannehill, who hasn't been healthy for the last 2 seasons. Yeah, there's always a lot of hope and hoopla around him, too. Mocha says, Ben. Vince knows they lost. I know, but I gotta rub it in a little bit. Also, in NCAA basketball news, Kevin Ollie and UConn has decided to part ways with cause due to ongoing NCAA investigation. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I'm not 100% sure what that story is or what's going on there. Big O says Arkansas is losing to Tennessee by 10 points. So sad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Kevin Ollie story. I'm going to have to look at that a little bit further. But man, that's sad news that they're going to be parting ways. I know that's his alma mater. Everybody likes or wants to go to their alma mater, obviously. Also, I forgot to mention the Browns made another trade. The Browns trade Danny Shelton to the Patriots. Fourth trade in 2 days. The Patriots are also acquiring the Browns' 2018 fifth round pick, and they will send the 2019 third pick to Cleveland. Cleveland's out here making moves. They're not playing. Peace out to Courtney Harden. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for coming through. Check out his show, The Real Deal, with Courtney Harden on Blog Talk Radio. And there's a story coming out that there's some type of video with Odell Beckham Jr. A troubling video. I don't know exactly what it is. They're going to keep him anyway, so it's not like it really matters. But there's some type of video circulating with Odell Beckham Jr. Georgia fires their coach after 9 seasons, Mark Fox. Georgia just hasn't really been anything in basketball, so that's probably fair to do that. Big L, yes. Tennessee is up 61-47 over Arkansas. We got, should be some college basketball finals today. Going through the scoreboard here as we round out the end of the show. Houston beating Wichita State in the semifinal of the American Athletic Conference. Also, Cincinnati beats Memphis in the semifinal of the American AAC Conference. I'm just going to abbreviate that. The Atlantic 10, Rhode Island beats St. Joseph's. Rhode Island's a surprise team this year. And then on tap for today, you got West Virginia versus Kansas in the Big 12 final. I'm going to lean towards Kansas in that one. You got Villanova, Providence. Providence had a huge upset last night. I'm going to go with Villanova. They're number 2. Then you got the ACC Tournament Championship. North Carolina versus Virginia. Virginia 30-2, number 1 ranked. Man, shout out to them. Shout out to the ACC. It's doing big things this year. Obviously, I'm leaning towards North Carolina. They're playing in Brooklyn. It's a mutual location. Virginia's favored. I don't think North Carolina has beaten Virginia this year. I'm pretty sure they probably lost to them. They got 9 losses on the year. So, would not be surprised at all if they lost to them. Let me look through the stats here. They did lose to them 61-49, so we got a rematch on that. Looking forward to that. Also, on a side note, Grayson Allen, as much as I don't want to think he's a dirty player, he's a dirty player. He seems to always be in the middle of tripping somebody. Like, it's not a mistake that you trip somebody every single game. Peace out to Antonio Wilborn. It's not a mistake that you trip somebody every single game. And also USC and Arizona in the Pac-12 final. I'm leaning towards Arizona in that one. Especially with DeAndre Ayton. He's going to be coming out this year. Mocha, will University of Miami make the tournament? I don't think so. Let me see what their record is. Hold on. Miami made it pretty far in the ACC tournament. They ended up losing to North Carolina. I think their record could possibly be good enough. They're 22-9, so they should make the tourney. Ben, you do the bracket challenge? Yes, I do. I will fill it out this year. I don't know. I think last year we had one as a group, but I don't know. I didn't get a link or anything, so I guess, yeah, but I'm definitely on top of that. Big L, I bet we will make the tournament and Arkansas will not.